Did you get laid from being on TV that much? You must have, right? I mean, it was a pretty good...
Do you know that at the time when I was single and stuff, I never really wanted to exploit it, because by the time I was into the dating scene, I was really into kind of being a musician, a rock and roller, and I didn't want to talk about Lost in Space when I was like 17 or 18 for a while.
Save it for me.
I didn't really exploit that, but I suppose it definitely didn't hurt.
Then he started writing songs for like America.
Right. Oh yeah, I talked to Jerry and Dewey yesterday in America, and I know they did the show this summer, and Dewey said to say hi to you guys.
Yeah, so Bill wrote songs for America, actually got on their album, made a lot of money doing that.
Right, yeah.
And then they did like a whole bunch of jingle singing and stuff like that. And
so you're pretty wealthy.
Oh well, yeah, of course.
Yeah. And now he's got some. What are you promoting now?
Well, I have a new Christmas single out. It's the perfect stocking stuffer, you guys.
It's called I've Got Some Presents.
I've Got Some Presents for Santa. It's a little sexy jazz single. I happen to have one right here.
You do?
For the camera. And it's available on Rhino Records this holiday season in your neighborhood record store single section. And my band, The Generators, has a new album out on a little New York independent label called Acel Records. In fact, there's a tune on there called Pussy Whip.
What is that, Dr.
Acel Records, yes.
Acel Records, yes, boy. Take it as you will.
I love Acel.
Dr. Smith wants to say something to you, I think.
Do you remember that one hot summer night on Mercury, dear boy, where I held you in my arms trying to comfort you, and I would wrap my hands around your little neck and choke you to unconsciousness, and bring you back with my kiss of life? Oh, dear!
Oh, dear. Howard, is Billy there?
I love Rheinhole Records.
Oh, you guys.
Wait a second, Billy.
Is Billy there, Billy West?
Yeah.
Hey, I just did a Ren and Stimpy not too long ago with June Lockhart, and that was one of the high points of my career, being a part of that show. And God, Billy, you're so great, man. And,
he's the one playing Dr. Smith.
He's no, that wasn't Billy.
Yeah, that's Billy.
Was it?
Yeah.
Billy, you're still great.
Booby.
Work on your Dr. Smith, but you're still great. You do the best Larry Fine in the world.
Yes, yeah, Dad.
It's true. So,
Howard, he gets Space Madness. He doesn't remember meeting me there.
Be quiet, Billy. Who would remember meeting you anyway?
Howard.
Not you, Billy.
Fellow Space alumni Mark Hamill said to say hi to you and tell you that his entire career is waiting to be in private parts, and that you promised him a part in that. And
I'll tell him to shut up.
And he told me that it was okay to grovel.
Now, who are you married to? You got a hot piece of ass in your house?
Yes, I do.
Where?
Unbelievable.
I'm all jealous of her.
The mother of my two children.
Is she there with you?
No, she's not here. She's actually home asleep. It's 5:40.
And do you show your kids all the tapes of you as a little kid and everything?
My son is 5. He likes to see like the old Bewitched and Lost in Space. I wouldn't show him the Twilight Zones yet. A little too dark.
Those are good Twilight Zones.
Yeah, very, very proud to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Those were great shows.
So anyway, so you got this new single out. What is it, Dr. Smith?
Does she ever wear a Dr. Smith mask?
You know, it's funny on that show. The aliens would point to Dr. Smith and start screaming about homosexuality. He was such a gay kind of character.
If you look at Lost in Space, the first season, the production values were really excellent. And then Irwin Allen got very successful, and he had 4 shows on the 20th Century Fox lot going all the same time. He had Land of the Giants, Time Tunnel, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, and Lost in Space. And he would literally take some poor schmuck, put him in a wetsuit, throw styrofoam balls on him, and spray paint him green. They'd run him through Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, where he'd kind of run through the submarine. Then 10 minutes later, they'd walk him over to our set, spray him orange, and he'd be scaring Dr. Smith and me or something. And then they'd send him on their way to Time Tunnel or something.
Dr. Smith is all upset about the hideous Carrot Man. You reminded him of that. What is it, Dr. Smith?
Please, don't remind me about the Carrot Man. That was definitely the...
I want to go back to the wonderful times we had together. I never had a more willing partner than you.
Of course that's not true.
No. Of course not.
Although in my fantasy it was.
Oh, boy.
What is it,
You still look good in black, William.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, let me tell you, there's nothing better than teaching a 6-year-old boy how to cross-dress.
Oh, I would so much.
If only that were the case.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Papa Foley, what is it?
I was going to say, I read an article about Lost in Space, and they said that...
all the cast members hated each other?
Well, that was part of it. And then the other thing was they said that the producer used to drive around the lot and just find stuff, like, laying around in the garbage, and then he would write scripts around it. You know, old props that were being thrown out because they were on a pretty low budget.
Yeah, didn't you guys once go to a planet and a photocopy machine was chasing you? Isn't that true?
It was like they were torturing them. It was a photo enlarger, but they had it like, you know, they had them on a table, so it was a larger.
Well, the show evidently had no budget.
Yeah. No, actually, we had quite a large budget.
Really, because according to this book I read, it was like they said the guy would go over to a garbage pail and see like this photo enlarger, and he'd develop a whole show around it where he got chased around by a photo enlarger.
Yeah, king of all media, you cannot believe what you read.
Really?
And you know, there's so many books that are out there that are written by these little fanboys who kind of think they know stuff. Trust me on this.
Yes, all of my spacesuits had the butt cut out.
No, they really.
Yes, all of my uniforms. All of my uniforms.
I've read a lot of those books, and they're really not accurate at all.
June Lockhart was pretty hot before the change of life.
You know, she's still got more energy than anybody I've ever met.
Energy, okay.
And she always, she shows up she loves young rock and roll boys, and she shows up at gigs. And,
oh, really?
Yeah, she looks great. She just did an episode of Babylon 5. I don't know if you know. Do you watch Babylon 5?
Yeah, I watch it a lot.
So there you go. That's what I'm doing now. You can see me as Lanier, the eggplant guy.
Oh, you the eggplant?
I am the eggplant. Goo 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 joob.
What happened to that really hot-looking girl on the show? Penny? Was that whatever her real name?
The one with all the dots on her head?
No,
Angela Cartwright.
Oh, you're talking about...
Are we talking Lost in Space? We're talking Babylon 5.
Angela Cartwright. What happened to her? Did she get married or something?
Angela got married about 20 years ago. She runs a boutique in the Toluca Lake, San Fernando Valley area.
I'd like to get a look at her and see if she's hot.
She's beautiful.
Girl smells. I love Will. I love Will Robinson.
You just want to talk about young Will Robinson?
I just want to talk about young Will Robinson. Oh, William, you had the most soulful eyes, the most disarming smile, the most dimpled rump. Do you remember the first thing I ever said to you? Sex by 8, or it's too late.
That would have been a good episode.
You bet.
All right. Anyway, Bill.
Yes, sir.
You have as your career now as a musician.
Yeah.
I hold in my hand here a CD.
Good.
It says, "I've got some presents for Santa," and it's got a cartoon of a naked woman on the front. Is this a dirty record?
It's a sexy, jazzy, sultry kind of thing. You know, I was thinking about giving back, Howard. You know, Santa is a character that gives and gives and gives, and it's about time he got something back. So.
Oh, send me one of those CDs. I'll do my mess on it. Because I love you so. I still love you. I'll be homo for Christmas. Oh, dear.
Now, Dr. Smith, you're treading dangerously close to the cornfield.
That isn't actually Dr. Smith. It's Billy. But,
yeah.
All right. Anyway, so here we go.
Is this Billy singing?
No.
No, this is a woman named Sarah Taylor.
Taylor.
And you wrote these songs?
I wrote and played these. I'm the guitars, the bass, the drums, the sleigh bells, and the writer and the producer and all that. And Sarah is the sultry singing jazz.
Okay.
So prolific, my dear boy.
Thank you, King of all media.
Yes, I've written a poem for you. Roses are red, Mars is green. Your skin is so smooth, your butt is so keen.
All right, you ready? I'm going to listen to a little of this.
Okay.
Play for me. Play with me.
Do something.
Oh, what is this, jazz of some kind?
I'm allergic to jazz. Take it away. Take it away.
One for me. Well, outside it snows.
Kind of a jazzy thing?
Yeah, kind of jazzy.
Yeah.
Wait, she's saying she'll take her clothes off for Santa.
Yeah.
Did you understand what he said?
No.
She's there to give Santa a present.
Thank you, Robin.
Oh, my goodness.
Who can listen with Billy screaming back there as Dr. Smith?
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Into my hot chimney, where it's all so warm and tight. On the roof I hear his reindeer. I'm so very glad he came here. Only once a year, but what a night. Santa Claus.
Wow, you are sexy, Bill.
Warm and tight like Will.
Oh, you bet.
Oh, I don't care if it's sitar. I love you. I love you.
Oh, Billy, give it a rest.
Get me a male voice.
You don't like girl singers?
No.
There should be a man waiting for Santa.
It's tough on the ears.